Hi, good morning. Let's start with a meditation. Okay. Turn off your cell phone if you're from Singapore. Blow your nose. Clear your throat. Smile. Close your eyelids softly. Little bit of a smile. Settle down your shoulders, maybe stretch them a little bit. Push them back. Tighten your stomach slightly, abdomen. Relax your fingers. See if there's tension in your forehead. And when we start meditating, don't let the tension come back. And then slowly come to your breath. Long, relaxed exhales. Today we won't try to count the breath, just long, relaxed exhales. Let the inhale take care of itself. Please connect with the teacher in your heart, inside a tiny space the size of a grain of sugar, deep in the center of your heart. And just check in, say hi, look at them, enjoy their presence. Now please think of what you drank this morning. Maybe it was a glass of water when you woke up. Maybe it was some juice, or I had a nice coffee. Try to picture the glass or cup and the liquid inside it, sitting on the table or the dresser. And then after you drank something, there was maybe a drop of water or juice or coffee clinging to the top of the cup. There's just one drop. Sitting on the edge of the cup top. Try to focus tight down onto that drop. In your mind, look at that drop. Shape, color. Probably it's shining. And we'll sit for just a minute on that drop. Just focus on that one drop of what you drank, clinging to the top of the cup. try to bring your mind down to that tiny space and let it fill your mind. Now think about how that drop of water or liquid, which sustains all life, how special it is to have water or liquid, especially here in the desert. Such a beautiful, wonderful thing. Water, liquid, which keeps all things alive, spread around our planet, and here's one drop. How amazing is water. And then try to imagine how it came from. I imagine it came from protecting life. Being careful to drive carefully, being careful not to hurt other people, keeping a vegetarian way of life. And all of these karmas have created this drop of water which is so precious and necessary for us. Just this one drop. Then I'd like you to try to step back and appreciate how that drop of water is a picture in your mind. And when the karma opens, the picture comes in front of your mind of a drop. And then your mind believes it is outside on the cup. But really that picture is between your mind and the cup, presenting itself to your mind. Try to appreciate that you're actually watching a image, perfect image, perfect functioning drop of water image in front of your mind, in front of your mind's eye. Then I'd like you to step back one more step and picture a karmic seed in your mind. For me, I know it's at the heart, but for me it's easier in my head. If I imagine a tiny seed in my head, in the middle of my head, and then like a silver seed. And then try to imagine that seed slowly breaking open, like an egg, I guess, and then the image of the drop of liquid exiting the seed, coming out of the seed, and then moving in front of your mind's eye. For me, it feels like it's in my forehead or something. That image of a drop exits the karmic seed in my head, and then it moves in front of my mind's eye, and I see a drop of water clinging to the rim of the cup top. Try to just imagine that process. Silver seed of karma breaks open. A small image of a drop comes out, moves in front of your mind's eye. I like to feel it at my forehead. And then I can see a drop of liquid clinging to the rim of the cup. You can do that a few times. Now I'd like you to please change the object of your meditation to the Pacific Ocean, the ocean between California and China. Massive body of water. Many of us have spent time at the ocean side and looked across the water. From California, you're looking west to where the sun sets. One of the most beautiful things in this country is to see the sunset over the Pacific Ocean, standing on the beach. And I imagine in China to stand on the beach, look across out to the Pacific Ocean, and see the sun come up over this blue, massive blue body of water that touches much of the world. Some places very, very deep, I guess over a mile deep. And many hundreds of millions, billions of creatures living in that space, born, living out their lives, dying, leaving their bodies, other creatures being born from those same nutrients, and many millions of years of life. Billions upon billions of creatures. Then please take your mind back to the days when there was just earth and a huge hole, no ocean yet. And then for millions of years, rain fell, and drop by drop, this Pacific Ocean was created by forces as big as this planet. Go back to the days when the planet was just rock. The first drops of rain falling to begin the Pacific Ocean. And focus on those rain clouds and the drops falling down. And try to imagine they're also coming from your mind. The Pacific Ocean was created from your mind billions of years ago. Try to feel the same drop by drop coming out of your silver karmic seeds, coming before your mind's eye, and countless drops of water coming drop by drop out of seeds in your own mind. Many millions, billion years ago, to create the blue ocean between America and China. Then please come back to the drop of liquid clinging to the top of the cup. Come back to the tiny lama at your heart. It's much smaller than that drop. Thank them. And then come to your breath. Watch 3 slow exhales. Each exhale sharing the good karma of this meditation with people on both sides of the ocean and everywhere else. And then you can slowly open your eyes, take a good stretch. Any questions on that? No, good. Let's go. We have a lot to do today. I'm going to try to catch up. So we're going to be here for a while, I hope. We were talking about meditation number 26, I think, from the Kamalashila number 2. It was the last one in the old book. And the last thing we did was a poem from Sarchen. The Lama's name was Sarchen. Yeah, the poem is called "The Prayer to See Her Lovely Face," or something like that. Very beautiful poem. Why were we talking about a ship? Huh? Yeah, crossing the ocean. What's the ocean? Yelling husbands. Kids who don't behave. Traffic that doesn't go the way you want. Okay. What's the ship? Perfection of wisdom. Okay. Gets you across. And is the Diamond Cutter Sutra the ship? No, it's the idea. Good. And the sutra is just some paper or recording that contains the idea, okay? But still, we give the name to the sutra. What did the Buddha give the name? Yeah, perfection of wisdom. I think my Lama will say, "Oh, Erin is your elected representative this morning." She's giving all the answer. That's his way of criticizing the rest of us. Okay, just a few more notes on that, and then we can start Kamalashila 3. And we're on schedule, don't worry. We will finish Kamalashila 3. Maybe we'll be up all night, but that's okay. By the way, I have the 4-language thing for you, don't forget. I'll just throw it towards Chunzo. So it's your job to fix the Chinese one more time, then I'll fix the Tibetan and Sanskrit one more time. And we'll try to give it to people tomorrow, okay? It's nice. Master Kamalashila makes the point that this is really all 6 perfections, okay? It's not just the perfection of wisdom. Maybe the Buddha should have called the book the 6 perfections, okay? Not just the perfection of wisdom, okay? He could have called it all 6 perfections, okay? And he says, later, Buddha's gonna ask the question, or Subhuti, he says, why is it so? Why is it the perfection of wisdom? And then you have to think that even that idea of seeds and images is coming from you, okay? The perfection of wisdom is coming from you, okay? Not just the paper of the book, but the ideas in the book are coming from you, okay? Then you have the right, then your understanding doesn't make you fall out of your understanding. We keep saying it doesn't spit you out of your understanding. Understand that your understanding is also coming from you, okay? And mainly by sharing this with other people in a way which doesn't bother other people. Okay, all right. There's an idea here, Kamalashila mentions it, and then he comes back to it later, called Namdak Kunzop. What's that? What's Namdak? Takpa. Takpa. Pure. Kunzop? Yeah, pure fake. Real fake. Janda jada. Jada janda. Real fake. Sorry. Yeah, real fake. The fake thing which is real. Okay. And we'll talk about it later. Okay. Generally speaking, most of the world you experience is fake. It means it's tricking you. Okay. Especially when you're emotional or you're tired. It looks like your husband is decided to yell at you. Okay. So we call it illusion. That's the meaning of illusion in Buddhism, okay? Looks like husband decided to yell at you. But the reality is it's coming from you, okay? So everything is lying to you. In Buddhism we call it deceptive reality. Everything is lying. To a normal person, everything is lying. When a person with understanding looks at the same thing, they don't see the lie. They just see real, okay? Now there's two kinds of fake things, right? Real ones and fake fakes and real fakes. Okay, so just if you're interested, this is I think it's a Svatantrika idea, but like if you're really jealous husband or wife, let's say you're a really jealous wife, and your husband is, you come home and your husband's like this, and then you feel jealous. You think, oh, he's texting somebody he met at work or something like that, Then you build the whole thing in your mind, he's texting this cute lady I saw at his work, and, then for 3-4 hours you can't think about anything else, You're a little bit grumpy, He's like, good evening, honey, and you're like, yeah, good evening. And then you go to bed and he falls asleep, he's always snoring. Then you check his phone, and he was on Alibaba buying you a birthday present. Okay, he was buying you a birthday present. Then you're like, the whole 3-4 hours story I made in my mind, it was fake. Okay, got it? That's fake. What's the real fake? You could say the phone, but you can say the order on Alibaba for your birthday present. Okay, that's correct. That was correct. They're both fake. Yeah, and you think that when you found the real one, the Alibaba order, that also you think is coming from outside. So we call real fake. Okay? Got it? Fake real. But we're not going to talk about it now, but we just did. Okay. He talks about it later. Then the sutra goes on, not just the Buddha's wisdom, not just the perfection of wisdom is coming from us, but also the Buddha's speech. When the Buddha speaks, it's coming from us. Then the last thing in Kamalashila 2 is a meditation about a car. And I got lost. It's not in Kamalashila 2 anymore. It was like number 47. I cut them, it got lost. So maybe it can be a secret transmission. Between Kamalashila 2 and Kamalashila 3, there's a missing meditation, okay? It's called the car. Those of you who did it, DCI level 7, it's in your book. Oh, it's in the old book, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to cover it, and those of you who don't have it, maybe you can draw a car in your reading. Okay. Because the last question in Kamalashila number 2, the Buddha says to Subhuti, is there any Dharma which the Buddha taught? And Subhuti says, no, there isn't any. Male. Okay, no, there is no. Okay. Then Subhuti says, none of the Dharma you ever taught ever existed at all. Okay. Meaning, Master Kamalashila says, he likes to use the word ultimate. Ultimately, there doesn't exist any teaching you ever gave. Okay. Then, what does ultimate mean? And Master Kamalashila talks about it. Okay. And this is a famous distinction called Rangsen and Chitsen. Okay, say Rangsen, Chitsen. Rangsen, Chitsen. Rangsen means Rankitsini. It means let's start with Chitsen. Chitsen means Chitsenyi. Okay, then if I ask you what is this thing, okay, I remember the first cell phone I had. It was a Motorola. Someone gave it to me. It was an old one. It's this flip open one. Yeah, they gave it to me, here at Diamond Mountain, and I'm like, what do I do? And they said, you don't know how to use a cell phone? I think I was 10 years without a phone, and I'm like, no, I don't know how to use it. And they took me to Safford, and we went to the phone store, and they're all talking this foreign language, like about the cell phone, and I couldn't understand anything. And the first couple of messages I sent to V, I sent to everybody. And it was embarrassing. I remember Anatole wrote me and said, Geshe, are you okay? It's like, kissy, kissy. So, you have how you recognize a thing as a phone. See, it didn't look like a phone to me. A phone should have two big parts, and you hold it here, and you put it on the thing, and it took me a while to think of it as a phone. It's straight. It's a problem, and my friends talk like that. I'm still trying to go like this, and so you have a picture in your mind of phone. When I say phone, you have a picture in your mind. I say phone, and then boom. What's the Chinese for phone? I don't know. Shouji. Shouji. I say shouji, then this picture comes in your mind, okay? Probably it's what your mom told you, that's a phone. Your mom was picking up this thing, or if you're young like some of you guys, she's got her cell phone. And when I say shouji, you picture comes in your mind of a phone, It's called a kitchen knife syndrome. C.S. Lewis calls it that, famous Christian writer. When you're a little kid, you go to your friend's house for dinner, and they have a knife, kitchen knife, and you say, what's that? And your friend says, that's a kitchen knife. And then you say, that's not a kitchen knife. That's not a kitchen knife at our house. Our kitchen knife is different. Is that a kitchen knife? They're like, yeah, everybody has their own kitchen knife. Then it's a big thing when you're a kid, Wow, there's two kinds of kitchen knives, So you have a picture in your mind. Usually it's the one your mom gave you. Okay, that's a phone. That's a car. We call that a car, okay? That picture, in psychology, they call archetype. Mr. Jung from Germany, Carl Jung, who was a student of Eliade, Mircea Eliade, who was my teacher's teacher. But anyway, they have an idea that in the human mind there are pictures, that you are born with these old pictures, and for your whole life you have a picture of a car. Maybe it's your mom's car, and for you that's car. When I say car, you get that picture in your mind. That's called an archetype in psychology. In Buddhism it's called Chi-Tsen, archetype. Chi means general, Tsen means like definition, okay? General definition of a car for you is this picture of the first car your mom showed you, something like that. Okay, that's called Chi-Tsen. It's just a picture in your mind. That picture comes up when I say car. Okay, when I say car. Who made the connection between the word car and that picture? Yeah, it's not natural. Okay, it's not, didn't come from nature. It's artificial. You could call car pen. That picture you can call pen. You can choose any word. You can call it booga buddha boogok. Okay, I'm driving my Buddha booga doogop. And if your mom told you that's the word for that picture, you will always say, I'm driving my Buddha good. It's just random which word you choose, okay? But the archetype is there, the picture in your mind, okay? Where do they come from? Where do archetypes come from? Out of your karma seeds. Out of that silver seed, like the archetype of, when I say water drop, you have a picture in your mind of water drop, right? That comes out of the karmic seed, okay? So who made a car? What's a car made of? Pictures. Where did it come from? Seeds. How did you plant that seed? You were the transportation director at Diamond Mountain. You got many people to the Tucson airport, okay? You need a lot of those seeds to have a car, especially in Hong Kong where the car costs 3 times normal, or Singapore where it costs 4 times normal. You know, you need to give a lot of people rides if you want to have a car, okay? So that car picture is coming out of your karma seed. Now, if a car existed out there, take any particular car, take your car, the car you have, like John Brady's supercar, okay, which someone gave to him, by the way, duh. You just have this a car, okay? That's a car. Got it? This one is car. That his car is a car, okay? My car, a car. Then you think it's outside. Picture is inside, car. John's car is in the parking lot. It's not here in his mind, okay? Got it? That's called rangsen. The expression of the idea car, okay? The expression, the example of the chitzen, of the picture, okay? Does John have car? Yes, he has 2. What's the first one? Car. Where is that one parked? In his mind, okay? Then he has a rangsen car. He has a car out in the parking lot, okay? That's the real one. That's the expression of the picture. It's out in the parking lot, okay? Now, you ready for the punchline? Kamalashila says, the rangsen is the chitzen. The car out in the parking lot is the car in John's head. Okay? He says that to divide them is false. Okay? When I say car, and a picture comes in your mind, then I say John's car out in the parking lot, you have to realize I'm talking about the same thing. Okay? John's car out in the parking lot is parked in his mind. Got it? John's car out in the parking lot exists as a picture in his mind. It's a chitzen. Got it? So car and John's car and John's mind are all the same thing. Got it? You gotta, maybe you can meditate on that. Yeah, Sarahni. One and the same. More radical. Okay. Why are we talking about that? Because this is how Master Kamalashila explains it when Subhuti says, you never taught any Dharma at all. Or in today's example, John never parked his car in the parking lot. Got it? Yeah, good. Okay. We can say, Sarahni's question? Yeah, the question was, I forget, but yeah, what was the question? Yeah, is it the same thing? And I said, exactly the same thing. Yeah, same, in Buddhism we say same coverage, kyaba chik. They are the same, they occupy the same space, yeah. What was I talking about? Hang on. Oh, yeah. So when the Buddha says, when Subhuti says, there is no Dharma at all, it's the same as saying, there's no car in the parking lot, okay? There's no John's car in the parking lot. Got it? Is it in the parking lot? Yes. Should Connie look in John's head for the car keys? No, she should go out the car, okay? But in the end, the Rangsen is the Chitsen. The car in the parking lot is the car in John's mind. Anton. By the way, if every question you ask, you are losing the end of Kamalashila 3. No pressure.
I'm sorry, it might sound a stupid question, but if it's the same, why it feels so much different?
Yeah, Matab Machepar, we talked about it yesterday. You know, why should we worry about it? Who cares? You can drive it either way. You can use it to get to Tucson. Okay, who cares if it's an image in my mind or if it's an outside thing? And the answer is, if it's an image, you could keep his car going forever, like my car, which is from the early 1900s. And if you understand that the car is coming from helping other people get rides, you will loan your car to Seiji for the whole retreat so that it will last longer. Okay, if you don't understand that Chitsen is the Rangsen, you will say, I'm not going to loan my car to somebody else because it will get banged up at Diamond Mountain. Got it? Okay, that's why. That's why it's important. You can have eternal happiness. Okay, somebody else had a question. I guess you canceled it? No. Microphone. Microphone.
I don't understand how the karmic seed in your mind comes from your first Motorola handy. You never see before a Motorola handy.
You never saw a car before, you mean? Like that? Yeah, okay. This is a famous question in Buddhism. Your mom wouldn't show you your first car if you didn't give rides in your past life. Understand? The reason your mom showed you your first car was you gave rides in your past life. Well, Geshe, where did that car come from? The life before. Where did that car come from? The life before. Geshe doesn't make sense. According to that, I've had endless cars, beginningless cars. That's right. Okay? And science is wrong. There was no first car. Okay? There's no Big Bang. Nowadays they're talking about Big Bang number 2, which create Big Bang number 1. And I guess in 20 years, some physicist at Oxford will say, I think there was a Big Bang number 3, to create the second Big Bang, Okay? No energy without energy before. Conservation energy, basic Newton law. Come on. Okay? If there's one Big Bang, something has to make it happen. Duh. Okay, here we go. Now, you want to go deeper? This is Kamalashila. He is merciless. He won't let one word go, He says, by the way, Subhuti didn't say, you never taught any Dharma. He said, you never taught any Dharma at all. So why did Subhuti say, at all? Like he can't let one word go, And then he says, at all is to eliminate any other possibility other than Chitsen and Rangsen. Okay? Either John's car is Rangsen out in the parking lot, or John's car is Chitsen in his mind. Either the Dharma that the Buddha taught is in the books that you hold in your hand, or the Dharma that the Buddha taught is a picture in your mind, But there's no other possibility, okay? There's only Chitsen and Rangsen, okay? That's why Subhuti said, at all. Okay? No third possibility. We say in Tibetan, Adam, what's the third possibility? Yeah, Pungsumba. There's no Pungsumba. Either it's a picture in your mind or it's a car out in the parking lot. There's no other possibility. So Subhuti says, you didn't teach any Dharma at all. Okay? Got it? Just nod if you're lost. Nod if you're lost and nod if you understand. Okay. All right. We covered it. This is, by the way, where Kamalashila says, because this section is about not studying other Dharma, he said, the idea, other explanations of where cars came from are mistaken, and they are not our group. They're other teachings, okay? Even if they're written by a Buddhist. Got it? They are outside explanations, meaning they're just totally wrong. Cars are made of iron. Cars were invented by Henry Ford. Those are totally wrong, okay? Okay. And he equates outside explanations, outside religions, outside beliefs, like science. He says they're hung up on sides. Outside guys are hung up on sides. What's that mean? They think the car is coming from the other side. They think the husband is angry from the other side. Okay? So we can call them other-siders or we can call them outsiders. Generally, other-sider or outsider means non-Buddhist. But for Kamalashila, I don't know, a Muslim, a Jew, a Hindu who understands the pen is inside. And a Buddhist in a temple with red robes on who doesn't understand the pen is outside. Or a scientist who tells you cars are made of chemicals and minerals, and they're outside. Got it? Because they're other side. All right. Now, something sexy. What's Ayushman mean? Ayushman. You should know because you're Ayurvedic doctor. Huh? So Ayus means life. Ayurveda, S changes to R before V, okay? Ayus Veda becomes Ayurveda. It's the science of life, meaning Indian medicine, ancient Indian medicine. Okay, so Ayus means time, life. Man means to possess, okay? As an ending, as a suffix, it means to possess, okay? So what's Ayushman? Who has time, who has time. Subhuti in the sutra, countless times, is called Ayushman Subhuti. Why? Ayushman, Ayushman. Long A, Ayushman. Okay. Come on, what's the English? Jigme? He's always called junior monk, okay? Junior monk. The monk who has time means the monk who has time left to go. It means baby monk, okay? New monk. Throughout the sutra, he's called Ayushman. Baby, junior monk, okay? It's like an insult, okay? Tsedan Demba Sharipu, Tsedan Demba Subhuti, Tsedan Demba Rabjor, okay? The person who has time left to go before he becomes a senior monk, okay? Lots of people mistook it, they translated it as senior monk, okay? That's mistake number one. Then, if you read Kamalashila someday, okay, in this section, he calls Subhuti Nathan, Stavira, elder monk. He slips it in. If you're not sensitive, you won't notice it. He says, the Stavira Subhuti. By in this section, he graduates Subhuti to senior monk. Okay, who decided? Kamalashila. Okay, he decided, we can't call this guy junior monk anymore. He just explained cheat sense and wrong sense. He's an elder. Okay, Nathan Stavira means elder. There's a famous prayer to the 16 Staviras. It's a traditional prayer for a long life of your Lama. Okay, Nathan Chuduk, the 16 Staviras. For example, Bakula and people like that. I studied a little bit with this generation Bakula Rinpoche. So from the time of the Buddha, there are 16 elders. Okay, so he refuses to call Subhuti junior monk. He says Stavira. Question.
Chinese translate junior monk into the one with long life. What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't ever see this explanation. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. It's a traditional word for junior.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's why you're going to retranslate all this stuff. Okay. Also, you can say that they had a reason to translate it that way to help people. They had special wisdom and they translated it that way to help people. It's possible. Okay. It's better to think like that. Okay, when your Lama makes a mistake, for you it's better to say, oh, he must have done that on purpose to teach me something. All right, I think we finished the car. Now we can start Kamalashila 3. Okay, and we're gonna finish Kamalashila 3, I promise. But if we don't die before. Maybe even if we do die. Okay. The first meditation in Kamalashila 3 is the name is long. It's called My Breakfast and the Birth of the Universe. Did you ever hear about this subject? Like half an hour ago? Okay, that was the meditation you did this morning. Okay, breakfast is the drop of liquid, orange juice, coffee, water, hot lemon water. Okay, and the birth of the universe is the Pacific Ocean, first raindrops. Completely equal is a Buddhist idea called Nyambanyi, samatha. They're no different, okay? You created the drop of orange juice sitting on the top of the glass this morning, and you created the birth of this planet billions of years ago, okay? Nyambanyi, samatha, equally, no difference, okay? Is it harder to create a planet than a glass of orange juice? Apparently not, okay? You did both. Takes more karma, yeah? You have done both, okay? But Geshe-la, that was billions of years ago, I was born 100 years ago, me and Susan. But anyway, some of you were born after the Beatles. So anyway, that's how I date things. I hate it when I say that Beatles song and they go, what? Beatles? Yeah, you created things that were set in motion billions of years ago. You got to get used to that, okay? For you to study Diamond Cutter Sutra at Diamond Mountain Retreat Center, first you had to create this planet, and you did, okay? Just a small time gap. How many billion years? I don't know how. People are always correcting me. 4 billion years, okay. So you set in motion the events of the creation of this planet. I wish you would have made more trees here, but maybe you can do it later. You made the planet so you could have this teaching. Understand? Okay, you made the whole planet. And for shamatha, today, your shamatha exercise is called Belmar Gomba. Say Belmar Gomba. Belmar Gomba. So Belma means fiery one. That's the name my Lama gave to a certain nun at Diamond Mountain. I don't know why. But it also, if you spell it a different way, S-P-E-L, okay, rather than D-P-A-L, okay, it means alternating meditation, okay, alternating meditation. So today, during your meditations for the rest of the day, I want you to practice Belma Gomba. Belma means alternate, cosmic, atomic, cosmic, atomic, cosmic, atomic. Flip it, okay? Up and down. Go to the creation of the universe and come back to the last drop of pee-pee this morning. Something like that. Okay, I like to pick weird little things in my house. This morning it was, Penny gave me a t-shirt, Ingwa, and it has this irritating label inside. I don't know why they put scratchy labels on the inside. Right where my belly button, you know, scratchy label. So meditate on the label inside your t-shirt, you know. Where did this come from? Was it from Hong Kong or was it from me? Or was it from Hong Kong because it was from me? Okay? Go to the little label on your, or go to one letter on the label. Then go to, I don't know, Mount Everest or something, okay? Go to something big, all right? The sun. Who made the sun? Okay, go to the sun. Stay at the sun for a while. Then come back to, I don't know, the fingernail clipping that you clipped off last night. I clipped my fingernails last night, and I was feeling guilty to dump them in Gelsey's house. She's not here. I thought she'll step on them, you know, so I'm crawling around the floor looking for them. Maybe I left one. So that's a tiny thing, right? Then go back to the universe, you know, who made Jupiter? Jupiter's in the sky nowadays. You guys gotta have this app, right? What's it called? Sky Guide. It's really cool. It makes new age music. And when you go like this, it moves around and it shows you the name of every star. And when you touch the star, it gives you the history of the star. Okay, very cool. You can see stars that are in China right now. It sees through the earth, okay? So, what's it called? Sky Guide. I think it's free or it's $1 or something ridiculous. Cool, okay? So do Pelmar Gomba, that's your assignment today. Yesterday you mastered listening to your heartbeat, the sound of the air going through your nose. So you shouldn't blow your nose, just leave the boogers in there. And there's more noise, it's easier to hear. Okay, just kidding. We had teacher training at Sedona College. They told me, Geshe, we watched your videos, you have to stop picking your nose, you know. And the sound of your blood in your ears, okay? So that was yesterday, you can do more of that today. But today, do some Pelmar Gomba, okay? Flip. Then Master Kamalashila calls it disappearing and appearing. Disappearing and appearing, okay? Disappearing means, in English, shopping, okay? We call it deconstruction. Break it down, break it down. Deconstruction, okay? Deconstruct things. It's a typical problem-solving method, okay? Like, somebody bought me this Scott Norreed bought me this cleaning robot thing. It's about this big. Cleans your house. And people give me a lot of stuff, and I have a really small house. So there's a steady flow to the Goodwill store. And it was very close to the Goodwill store bag. And I said, maybe I'll just try it once, you know. And then I couldn't understand how to turn it on, you know. And so I deconstructed, you know. I said, the button's not on the bottom. The button's not on the side. The button must be on the top. Probably they put it in the middle. Oh, look, it works. And after the first time I cleaned my house, forget it. It's my best friend. You know, it cleans under the bed. It goes everywhere. I can translate books. He's working. I gave him a name, Garbanzo. And so you have to deconstruct things. You have to break things down. When you have a problem, you know, or you don't know how to work something, like especially computer stuff, break it down. You know, break it down. So Buddha breaks down. He uses deconstruction. He says, Subhuti, if you had a whole planet and you broke it down into dust pieces, whole planet, and you broke it down into dust pieces, would that be a lot of pieces? And Subhuti's like, yeah. Okay. Then Kamalashila's like, why does Buddha ask such a stupid question? You know, break down the whole planet. You know, the idea is deconstruction. Deconstruction. Break things down. Break things down. And then they disappear. Okay? Break it down in your mind. My husband's not nice to me nowadays. My husband called me bad names. Okay, break it down. What's he say? Words. What kind of words? Bad words. Yeah? Can a shikwa come from a banana seed? No. Does a shikwa come from shikwa seed? Yes. Watermelon, right? Oh, then maybe bad word come from bad word. Maybe. Maybe I said bad words to my kids last week. Yeah, maybe. Then you deconstruct your husband's criticism. Deconstruct, deconstruct, deconstruct. And then suddenly, because you deconstructed it, it disappears. Okay? It disappears. Oh, it's no longer my husband's criticism. My husband's criticism melted. It crumbled. It fell into pieces like a planet, into dust. And then it's gone. There is no criticism from husband coming from me. Okay? Deconstruct, deconstruct. That's why Buddha's talking about planets. Okay? Then he says, by the way, go down to the atoms, okay? Go down to those particles, the dust. After you blew up a planet into pieces of dust, do they exist? Deconstruct them. Deconstruct the drop of water on your glass. Take it apart, okay? When I say atom of orange juice, molecule of orange juice, okay? Then you think there's a little ball called orange juice element number 112, okay? And you see it, when I say atom, you see a little picture in your mind, a little ball. It has a left side and a right side, right? But when you undeconstruct them, you put them back together, right? Then it's got to be there's one atom here and there's another atom over here. There's like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And they're all touching each other. But where do they touch each other? On the side, Geshe-la. How big is the side? I don't know. It's probably a whole atom wide. How can a whole atom touch a whole atom? Does the left side of one atom that touches the right side of another atom, does the left side of this atom touch the other side of the other atom? Like, or do they just touch in one place? Or do they touch all around? How much touches? Well, they just touch, Geshe-la. How much? The piece of atom. How can you have a piece of an atom? Atom means, atom means It's from Sanskrit. Tam means to divide. Atam means indivisible. You can't split it. There is no left side, right side of an atom. Oh, so the left side atom touches the right side of the atom, right? Then it's nothing. It's impossible. Atom is impossible. Okay? Deconstruct, even the atom. Deconstruct it. Oh, it's a quark, Geshe. It has spin. Left spin, right spin. It's a quark, you know. It has charm. Pieces of atom. Come on, atom means indivisible. Okay. Scientists, then they're going to come up with the charm of the charm and the quark of the quark. Give it up, honey. Okay? There is no left and right to an atom. Okay? Not possible. Where is it coming from? Yeah, it's something good you did. If it's orange juice, it's coming from good karma. If it's eggplant juice, it's coming from bad karma. Okay? I'm telling you. Okay. Now, the things that disappear when you examine them, they appear when you understand they're coming from you. Got it? So Kamalashila's big into this idea. Things disappear when you deconstruct them, and then they reappear when you see them popping out of your karmic seeds. Got it? Now you understand the whole name of the meditation. What is it? Breakfast and birth of the universe, that's easy, we did it this morning. Completely equal, the Pacific Ocean and the last drop of orange juice in your cup, both coming from you, okay? Billions of years old and 10 seconds old, okay? Disappearing, when you check them, you can't, when you break the planet into atoms, and you try to find the left side, right side atom, it's not there. Okay, everything disappears outside. John's car in the parking lot disappears. Then how does it reappear? You understand it's popping out of a seed. Are you comfortable? Just nod. If you're lost, nod also. Okay. And so then it is here. In the end, things work. Atoms work. Cars work. Because they come from being nice to other people. Got it? Then they're here. If you don't believe John's car is there when he leaves the parking lot, you stand in front of the car. John, you can accelerate, okay? And break your leg, and then you say, oh, car really worked, haha. Okay? And the bill you get will also be real from the hospital. Okay, by the way, this is this Belmar Gomba, going from big stuff to small stuff, is a big method of modern science, okay? Quantum physics, the behavior of smallest particles, and how does that reflect the behavior of planets and galaxies and light crossing the galaxy, okay? The bending of light, the proof of relativity. Okay, like scientists have, there's a cool method in science, you know. We can understand more about how light was born and how light comes from the sun if we measure how atoms move in an accelerator and how they can be bent. The pathway can be bent. Or you can watch the bending of light past Mercury. It was one of the early proofs of relativity, is that when sunlight passes by Mercury, it gets slightly bent, and you can measure it by the time it gets to the Earth. You see? So, by observing big things, like Pacific Oceans, you can understand drops of water. Okay? So, Buddha likes to deconstruct. And we do the same thing. So, today, in your meditation, you're going to Pelmar, go from big to little, big to little. And it keeps you awake. It keeps your mind strong. Okay? And it's a trick. It's an old meditation trick. If you get tired of planets, then come to the drop that's coming down your nose right now. In meditation, you're not supposed to move. You're supposed to let it drip on your lap. You can tell a really good meditator because they have little drops on their lap there. Okay. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. Okay. So, I think we covered that one. That was a long one, right? Yeah, by the way, those of you who know the four spaces meditation, and you're lying against the earth, you can imagine creating the earth, right? Creating the forces that created the Big Bang, that created the dust, that created the earth, okay? So, you also get credit for things that happened billions of years ago. Not just your husband yelling at you this evening, okay? You created the planet that your husband's standing on. Okay? All right. Then all that comes back, Kamalashila points out, to the idea of paradises. When we talked about paradises, meaning big vision. Let your mind go big, okay? Don't get hung up on, problems with your partner, problems with your dog, problems with your work. Don't let your mind get stuck in little things, okay? Bigger stuff is going on, okay? In the billion years of history, your boss is not very important at work. Don't get hung up. Don't stick at this level of boss. Go bigger sometimes. Go smaller. Your boss is yelling at you. There's spit coming out of his mouth. Look at the bubbles. Oh. That also came from me. Okay. Don't get stuck on this level of someone who's hurting you, giving you a bad time. Okay. All right. And then ultimately, the coolest long-term vision thing is when you see emptiness directly. And if you're on a bodhisattva track, you will see every living being in the universe in 5 minutes. Your mind already has the capacity to see every living being, not just this world, not the billions who are living in the ocean, little guys. But your mind has the ability to see every living being on every ocean, in every world. Okay? At the same time, within 5 minutes, your mind has this capacity. Your mind is not linear. Your mind doesn't really work one by one. Your mind can multitask countless billions at the same time. Your mind has this ability. When you see emptiness directly, and you have your first direct experience of bodhicitta, that's vision. You will see every living creature within 5 minutes, the face of every living creature, because you love them. Okay? The motivation is the love for them. Okay? So if you have that strong of a love, you get to see them. Got it? Cool? That's bodhicitta. All right, I'm going to do one more before your pee-pee break, and the first drop of water that comes out. Let's see here. We're on a new section. Daishin Shepa Chipada Rimdo Chawa means thanking the Buddhas. Okay? Section 11 in Kamalashila is how many? 18 sections. By the way, 12 of those are the most important. They're called the Antidotes. Okay? So, we're on this new section, number 11. And this is where Buddha repeats the question, if you saw somebody with the signs that only a Buddha has, does that make them a Buddha? We say no. Not until your mind glues them together. Because you thanked the Buddha in the past. Okay? If you thank the Buddha in the past, you create karma. That karma glues together the signs, and you can see Buddhas. Okay? That section's finished. It's not very long. It's only a few pages. Okay? I'm going to go to section, which number? 12. Okay? Section 12, it's about virya, effort, working hard. Buddhist working hard. Hard Buddhist working. My Lama used to point to our neighbor who spent many days under his car trying to fix it. Many, many days. He said, that's hard work, but it's not virya. That's not good effort. That's a waste of time. Okay? Effort means, the real meaning of effort is what? Somebody give me the Tibetan. Tsungkang ge. Tsungkang ge la draw o. Say Tsungkang ge la draw o. Who said that? Shantideva, Master Shantideva. What is hard work? It's to enjoy doing good things. Hard work means enjoy doing good things. Okay. Then this section is about learning to overcome tiredness. When you feel tired in your practice, maybe you feel tired of trying to deal with your husband or your boss or your wife. Okay. This is learning to not feel tired. This whole section 12 is learning to not feel tired. Okay? Then there's a second part to that. Okay? Learning not to have the wrong idea about not feeling tired. Okay? I don't feel tired. Don't think like that. Okay? I don't feel tired. Don't think like that. Okay? I did it. Don't think like that. Okay? It's coming from your seat. Okay? So, not feeling tired, and then understanding why you don't feel tired. Okay? I'm going to go for another. Can you guys, is 20 minutes okay? Okay, then we'll pee break. If somebody has to go, just go, okay? I'm okay with that. I know you're going outside to make a cell phone call. It's okay. Don't forget your cell phone. All right. If you gotta go, go. Okay, in this next section, I'll read it to you because it's very sweet. And then by the sheer power of the teaching, the junior monk Subhuti began to cry. And then he wiped his eyes and he said to Lord Buddha, this Dharmakaya Sutra, he calls it this presentation of the Dharma, it's amazing, okay? This is just amazing. And ever since I got wisdom, I never heard such a cool Dharma. I never heard such a Dharma like that. This is amazing. Ever since I got wisdom. It means ever since I had my experience of emptiness directly, since then, I never heard a teaching like this. Okay? The implication is to appreciate what's happening in the Dharmakaya Sutra. It helps if you're an Arya. It helps if you saw emptiness directly. So Buddha is saying, I heard many Dharma teachings after I saw emptiness directly. But this one, you just don't give it up. Every single thing you say, you're talking about emptiness, 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 emptiness. This is a real Arya teaching. I like it. Where? It's like, he starts to cry. Okay, he says, you've designed a whole sutra just for Aryas. Man, Bodhisattva Aryas. This is so cool, you know. I've been waiting for this, you know. Okay? This is special. Okay? So, Kamalashila talks about, we call it in the reading in Aryas, the tears of an Arya. Okay? The tears of an Arya. It means, do you really understand that every single word in the Dharmakaya Sutra, Jinkanjing, is about Kongshin, is about emptiness? Buddha doesn't say one normal thing. Okay? And in Buddhism we call it Chang'e. What's Chang'e? Yeah, sometimes the Buddha got a chance to say what he felt like saying, and sometimes he had to dumb it down. Okay? Sometimes he got a special audience, you know, he got a good chance, like locked up in Diamond Mountain Retreat Center, special people from all over the world, the best of the best, you know? Then he's so happy, Buddha's so happy, now I can say what I really want to say. Emptiness, 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 emptiness. Okay? Then it go on a DCI tour. Oh, be nice to people, you know. And, you know. Okay, so we call Chang-e. Chang means dumb it down for people. And Nge means Buddha gets to say what Buddha wants to say. Buddha just want to talk about karmic seeds, pictures, John's car in the parking lot. Actually, that's what Buddha wants to talk about. So in this sutra, the audience is special. And the audience here today is special. Okay? You are special. You are one out of, 100 million people. Okay? Really. I'm not just complimenting you. My close friends know I never compliment anybody. But you are amazing. If you've made it here, you're amazing. Okay? You are better than a person who win the gold medal at the Olympics or something. Those are many. Many people get that. Okay? You're amazing. If you made it in this room, you're amazing. Okay. Then, when you do this meditation in your cottage, okay, when you get to this meditation, try to think of how many things you remember about the Dhammapada Sutra. Okay, if you ask Geshe Michael, Geshe Michael, what's some of the highlights of the Dhammapada Sutra? I'm like, well, I like the part where the king of Kalinka is cutting off the guy's fingers, and I remember the part that if you study the sutra, you're going to get headaches and car accidents. And I like to explain all my bad karma this way, as good karma. And I remember, then just during this meditation, highlights of the Dhammapada Sutra, okay, things you remember. Oh, Buddha talks about giving away your body millions of times. Buddha talks about planet dissolving to dust. Okay. Then ask yourself a question. When he taught about the king of Kalinka, I always remember this calling card, which don't exist anymore. I don't know. But anyway, when he talks about king of Kalinka, it's all about emptiness. It's all about emptiness. How? Oh, he says if the guy didn't understand emptiness, he would have got upset at the king. Okay? The guy was getting his fingers cut off. If he didn't understand Kongxing, he would have got upset. Oh, well, how does it connect with when the Buddha talks about the headaches you're going to get? Oh, that's like understanding emptiness short circuits my bad seeds from many years in the past, and they open imperfectly. Okay, like that. So during this meditation, in your cottage today, think about the pieces of the Dhammapada you remember. And then, why did Subhuti cry about that piece? Because it was talking about emptiness. Well, how? And then ask yourself a question. Okay? Cool? Then think about how goddamn lucky you are and start to cry a little bit. That means you're doing good. Okay? If you can't do that, cut an onion during the meditation. Hold on. Okay. All right. All right. And when you start to cry, don't be proud. If tears come, sometimes I start to cry, I think about my lama or something, and I start to cry, then I think, I hope everybody sees I'm crying about my lama, It's human nature, right? So be careful when you have realizations, when cool things happen to you after 100 days of nothing happening in 3-year retreat. Okay, then don't ruin it by thinking, oh, I'm so cool, I had something cool happen to me, I must be special, Like, then you get kicked out, and then you have another 100 days of nothing, just dry, no realizations, nothing special. Okay. For every cool day you have in meditation, you'll have 10 bad days, okay? I'm sorry. But don't be surprised. It's normal. The people here who've done 3-year retreat, ask them, how many really good days you had out of the 1,000? They'll say, I don't know, maybe 6. You know? But you wouldn't have the 6 without the 1,000. You know that. Okay? All right, we're going to take a pee-pee break there. All right. We're on meditation number 3. Subhuti just said, O conqueror, any living being who can think correctly of the sutra that you have just taught is wondrous in the highest. And why is it so? Because, O conqueror, this same correct thinking is something that could never exist. And this is precisely why those gone thus have spoken about thinking correctly, or what we call thinking correctly. Okay, that's the Diamond Cutter Sutra. And the picture, okay, always stick to the pictures, okay? On the plane home, try to see how many pictures you can remember. And then connecting the idea to the picture is not very difficult. Okay, this guy that I chose, I bought the photo. Okay, all these photos properly, mostly, and he just looks like Keanu Reeves on a good day. So he's thinking about his understanding of emptiness. What's the Buddha always say after that? As much as he has, okay? As much as understanding as he has. It means 90%, 80%, 10%. He's thinking about his understanding, okay? And he's understanding that his understanding of emptiness is also empty, okay? He's understanding that he's understanding more and more because he's been sharing it with other people. Okay, that's the cause of understanding more. Okay, and it doesn't mean being a missionary. What do you call it? Proselytizing. Don't bother people with your Buddhism. Okay, but if someone's having trouble with their husband, you don't have to call it Buddhism. You could just say, well, I notice you've been yelling at your kids a lot lately too. Maybe there's some connection, you know, I don't know. Okay, like that. All right. And then when you share wisdom, I think especially in a friendly, happy way with people who trust you, then you create seeds to understand more. Okay, so you're understanding that the reason for this picture is that this guy is understanding his understanding. Okay, got it? He knows where it comes from. And when he gets stuck in the Diamond Cutter Sutra, I just don't get this thing about John's car. Look, John even left, he didn't understand about the car. He's probably checking on his car. See if it's still there. See if it's still not there. Okay. Then understand. Now, Kamalashila says, when you misunderstand your understanding, what do we call it? And he answers himself. He says, attachment. Okay. So when you get deeper into Buddhism, your understanding of attachment gets deeper, okay? Most people think, oh, Buddhists shouldn't have a good car, or Buddhists shouldn't have a good house, or Buddhists shouldn't wear nice clothes, or Buddhists shouldn't wear expensive clothes, or something like that. Buddhists should be voluntarily unhappy and deprived, and then you're religious, okay? that the ultimate idea of Buddhism is to enjoy. What's the Sanskrit word for the name of the Buddhist body in his own paradise or her own paradise? Sambhogakaya, the body of enjoying. This paradise that Tsongkhapa's in, it's not like I said, right? Cement floor building, with no furniture and cold and there's mold on the walls. And that's not religious, okay? Dress nice, it's okay. This is the coolest dress. Wear silk stuff, that's okay. That's all right. Shouldn't I give away all my money to poor people? Give away a lot. Keep some. And buy nice things. It's okay. Okay? It's all right. Should be happy. Okay? So, the higher meaning of attachment is you think it doesn't come from sharing. Okay? That's the real meaning of attachment. Do I have attachment? I don't know. Where do you think the good clothes come from? Where do you think the trip to Hawaii comes from? It comes from sharing, giving to others, okay? Then you're not attached to the trip to Hawaii. Then you can really enjoy the trip to Hawaii, because you're not using up your trips to Hawaii. You're creating new ones by going to Hawaii. Okay? Got it? That's attachment. What's the difference between the pig and the rooster in the middle of the wheel of life? The pig is misunderstanding nice clothes from the mall. That's the pig. The chicken wants to buy nice clothes at the mall. They think they can find nice clothes at the mall without sharing clothes with other people. That's chicken. Rooster. Okay? Pig is the idea that nice clothes don't come from sharing nice clothes. Then chicken is, if you're a lady, when you go to the mall, you get some extra money, you head for the mall, you walk around for 3-4 hours, you can't find anything. Nothing fits, nothing looks right. You spend the whole day at the mall, you come back with nothing, okay? Then some days your friend says, you want to go to the mall, get a coffee? You're like, okay. Then you see 3 beautiful things on the way, and you buy them. It doesn't make sense, You go to find something, you can't find anything. You go to have a coffee, you find 3 things, okay? That's the emptiness of the mall. Okay? You're attached. By the way, you are the snake, thank you. You are the snake, anger. If you get upset when you go to the mall and you spend 3 hours and you don't find anything, okay? By the way, I'm going to tell the men how to go to the mall. Okay? Just before you go, have 2 coffees. Then wear comfortable shoes. When you get to the mall, eat a Cinnabon. Get lots of sugar in your body. And then just learn to... Why they don't put chairs in those stores, I don't know. You learn to sit on the floor in the corner of the store. And you can meditate while the lady's trying to pick out something that she won't find if she doesn't have karma anyway. Okay. Okay. I train my people think I just teach Buddhism. I teach Mal also. Okay. So in this case, desire means misunderstanding your own understanding. Okay, that's desire. Okay, so don't have an unhappy life without nice clothes. Okay, I like Candy Lai. She dresses really nice. She makes up really nice, and she's a really good person. At the same time, that's perfect. Okay, that's fine. Why not look nice? It makes other people happy. Okay, all right. So in the Dharmakaya Sutra, when they say attachment, don't forget, it means you think that thing's coming without sharing. Or you think you're not getting it, just bad luck. It's not that, it's that you didn't share. Okay, got it? Then that you don't have attachment and you don't have hatred. You don't have pig, snake, or chicken. Okay? Another thing that happens, if you understand that your understandings are coming from sharing, it's implied that you understand you can lose your understandings. Okay? You can lose your understanding. Everybody in this room has a lot of faith. They came here from far countries, many of them, okay? And that faith, because it's coming from you, you can lose it. And there are many people who sat in this room for 5 years, 7 years, and are gone. Okay? And they're just doing nothing now. They don't care about Buddhism, they're doing something else, okay? And I will get an email from them when the doctor tells them they have cancer. I get all these emails. I got one, I get them every day. I got cancer, help me. I said, well, where were you for the last 5 years? The 25 retreats, where were you, Oh, I was busy. So now you want me to help you? It's too late. Okay, got it? Just try to, the implication of this section is that you can lose your understanding. Your faith is also coming from your karma. Your understanding is also coming from your karma. It will wear out if you don't share. Okay? You will lose it. And you don't lose it, you don't suddenly grow horns on your head. It's not like that. You just say, oh, I think I'll skip this Lamrim retreat. I'll catch the next one, Then the process starts. Because you lost your seeds, okay? Your seeds are wearing out, okay? And that ties into this section, which is work hard. Work hard. You can't stop. You can't say, oh, I understand emptiness, now I don't have to read Jinkan Jing anymore, okay? You have to keep going. Because you have to share, okay? So, and last thing, Kamalashila says, by the way, usually misunderstanding things creates kleshas, creates negative emotions. Misunderstanding your husband is the fertile field for feeling angry at your husband, okay? But he says, be careful because the opposite can happen. Pride about your understanding can also cause negative emotions. You walk in, your husband yells at you like, I understand you're just coming from me. Go to hell, Then your understanding created negative emotion. Okay, so be careful. Kleshas are very, we call it greased pig. Greased pig means a small pig, you put oil on them, hard to catch. Like a Diamond Mountain mouse. Difficult to catch. Okay. Those mouses have been through many 3-year retreats. They know how to ruin a retreat. All right. What was that? Okay. By the way, I'm just going to keep going until we finish where we have to go. So we might take another break. Okay. Now, meditation number 4. Here's the sutra. Subhuti is talking. O conqueror, the fact that I can feel this way about this sutra, the fact that I believe in your sutra, that's not a big surprise. That's not a big thing. Okay. But when I think about the future and the last 500 years of your teaching, which is happening now. Okay, it started around 2000. Okay, that's we call it the last 500 years of the Buddha's teaching. We are in the last major period of Buddhism on this world, and it will die after that, according to Buddha. Okay, so he says, when I think about people who show up during the last years of your teaching in this world, and they believe in it, man, those are cool people. Those are over the top. They are like beyond cool. Okay, I can't even imagine those people, you know. When Buddhism is dying and the whole world is burning, and they are going out in the worst desert in the world to learn Deconstructing, you know, those people, man, they're amazing, you know. They leave their comfortable home in Germany and fly to Arizona to get sunburn and dust and wild pigs and rocks and cactus. Those guys are cool. Okay, so Buddha is looking ahead at you. Okay, and don't think Buddhists like to feel guilty. They like to feel they're insufficient. Serious Buddhist people like to say, Geshe-la, I'm not a good person. Like Xiaoping always tell me that. Geshe-la, I'm not a good person, you know. Yeah, okay, go get me 500 more coffees. You know, okay. You know, then after you read this part of this sutra, you can't think like that anymore. Okay, don't get proud, don't get arrogant, don't get, you know, unpleasant. But you're special. I'm sorry. Okay, you're a super special person. Okay, why I put chicken itza, right? This chicken itza. Sorry, not chicken itza. They think it's a new KFC. This is, how do you say it? Okay, chicken itza. This is in Mexico. This is in Mexico. It's an ancient building, and they call it one of the wonders of the world. Okay, there's sometimes 7 wonders of the world, 8 wonders of the world. Most amazing place in the world. Most amazing thing in the world. Why did I put that picture? Because you are chicken itza. Seiji, tell me what it... Say again? Chichen? Yeah, like he said. Okay? You are wonder of the world. You are one of the wonders of the world, okay? What are the wonders of the world? Babylon, Temple of David, Chichen Itza, and me. Okay, like I'm amazing. Okay. What's James Brown say? I'm so cool I could kiss myself. Okay, so in this meditation, do this meditation, okay? I know you're all going to skip this. You people who can't do coffee meditation. You 3-steppers. You say, oh, I'm going to skip that one. I don't want to be nice to myself. You know. If you can't be nice to yourself, you can't be nice to other people. Not possible, okay? If you can't appreciate yourself, you can't appreciate other people. It won't happen, okay? Sometimes, you know, meditate about how goddamn lucky I am. You know, I'm amazing, okay? I made it to Diamond Mountain. This is the holiest place, I mean, next to Safeway. It's an amazing place, okay? I made it to Diamond Mountain, okay? All right. Then, during this meditation, I want you to think about all the Dharma things you've done, okay? Maybe 3 years ago, you memorized some prayer, in the Lam you memorized some prayer. I came to 6 retreats, somebody told me from China, this is number 6. That's amazing. Then think about it, okay? There's so many other things you can do, so many other. You can go on vacation, you can go to 5 movies in a row, and you could go shopping indefinitely, especially on Orchard Road in Singapore. But you're here, and you did many, many good things. So think about, during this meditation, I don't know, spend 15 minutes, spend a half hour, play back the video of the cool Dharma stuff you did. Those of you who did 3-year retreat, I don't know about you, I kind of forgot about my 3-year retreat. I can't remember what happened. But I know I did it, so so be happy about it, play back the video, play back the hard times, play back the good times, and say, I did it, goddamn, I did it, I made it to a 3-year retreat. I must be somebody, either the biggest fool in Arizona or, yeah, I got company. So appreciate yourself sometimes, okay? You're amazing. You organizing programs for 7,000 people the last 2 weeks we were on tour. 7,000 people. That's your hard work, okay? That's amazing. It's amazing to get 7 people. 7,000, I can't imagine. It's amazing, okay? It's cool, okay? All right. So I'm sorry, in this section you have to be happy about yourself. Okay, next meditation. The main point of the next section of the Diamond Cutter Sutra is that only Buddha has the capacity to see all things and to see their emptiness at the same time, okay, without alternating. At the same time, Buddha can see all things, and when Buddha looks at them, Buddha sees where they're coming from. What did he do to create those things? Okay, so Buddha has that capacity to see that they're not coming from their own side at the same time that he looks at them. So on this one, it's kind of similar to the one about breakfast and the universe. During this meditation, I like to read science fiction novels. They're called space operas. It's kind of just like daytime television, but it's in outer space. So I like to read those stories. There's still like romances and stuff like that, but they're in different worlds, different planets. People are flying in spaceships, and so sometimes go outside at Diamond Mountain, look up, which you can't do in Shanghai or Guangzhou mostly, and look at the stars and think about, I made those, okay? And there are people on those, some of those stars have people living there. And I made them. And let your mind go into the sky. That's why Diamond Mountain is a nice place to do retreat. in my 3-year retreat, I used to climb up on the yurt and lay down on it and try not to slide off. Hang on to the dome thing. And do my mantras and look at the stars. So I did it yesterday. I just sat out on the porch. The evenings are beautiful right now, okay? There's 1 week of good weather every year at Diamond Mountain. This is it. So enjoy, go out on the porch, watch the sun go down, then watch the stars come out and think. Let your mind go out there and imagine at the same time that you created them, okay? And let your mind go. When you're feeling down or you have lung, your chest feels tight, people are making you upset. Bad drivers make me upset. I can't stop it. V's always sitting next to me saying, where they come from, where they come from? I said, be quiet. Be quiet. Don't give me that Buddhist stuff. This is a bad driver. And life is full of stress, and just let it go. That's why you're here. Use the sky at Diamond Mountain, okay? Use it. It's here. You paid a lot of money. It's probably costing like $100 every star. So just enjoy, just relax tonight, evening. Sit on the porch, watch the sun go down, do some mantras, Sometimes you are doing great practice when you are just relaxing. And do some mantras, watch the star. I just love to watch the sun go down here. And there's a soft wind and the stars come out and it's just really, really nice, okay? And then think about, I made those stars, okay? All right? This meditation is not very difficult. Or maybe it is for some people. Okay, next one. It's called Facing the Fear of Emptiness. And I'll read the sutra to you, okay? And when Subhuti had spoken these words, the conqueror spoke to this junior monk Subhuti as follows. O Subhuti, thus it is and thus is it. By the way, this in some of our materials this is misspelled. It's supposed to be thus, Thus, not This, okay? Thus it is and thus is it. Any living being who receives an explanation of this sutra and who is not made afraid and is not terrified and who does not become terrified is amazing. Okay? Anyone who can listen to this sutra and not get scared is amazing. Okay? Then it's a little scary to think that all the stars are coming from you. It's easy to think if nothing exists, then I don't exist. Or maybe the whole world's in my head. It's not. Okay? Buddha never said that. Are the stars images in your mind? Yes. Do they exist outside? Yes. Answer yes to both. Okay? Are they in your mind? Yes. Are they real? Yes. Do you have to take a spaceship to get to there? Yes. Do they exist millions of miles away? Yes. Okay? Not everything in your mind. All right? It's out. Your mind made it outside. Got it? We talked about that. Okay? So, in the Svatantrika school, right? There's a distinction between the emptiness of people and the emptiness of things. In the higher school, no distinction about the quality of the emptiness or how difficult it might be, mostly. So, a Svatantrika, like Kamalashila, is going to read this part as, it's a little hard to push beyond the emptiness of me, James, and push it to everything, you know. You know, it feels uncomfortable. I can understand the emptiness of Michael, or Michael's understanding. Understand the emptiness of Michael's understanding because it comes from sharing. I understand that. But, you know, the world is empty, these rocks are empty, the cactus, the people, everybody around me, the temple, the floor, the carpet. All those things are empty, that's a little scary, okay? Because, Kamalashila says, if you start to go there, that all the stuff around me is empty, you might include yourself, and then you get lost. Oh, there's no me, you know? If I understand my understanding is empty, and I understand it comes from seeds of sharing, ching. But if you say that the carpet that I'm sitting on is empty, if you say the temple is empty, if you say my laptop is empty, my phone is empty, my internet's empty, then I must be empty too, and I don't exist, and that's frightening, okay? Does the lady in this picture look frightened? No, she's like this. She just got it, you know. If I'm empty, that means I control the future. Okay? If I'm also empty, scary? Not scary. Fun. You know? Wow. I can have anything, you know? I can get money, I can have good health, I can have a nice marriage, my meditation can be perfect forever, I can help the whole world. Wow. Because why? Because I'm empty. Because things are empty. She understands emptiness, okay? So Buddha is saying, in this section, people who don't understand emptiness get scared. Oh, if everything's empty, I'm not here. Then how can I brush my teeth? Okay, like that. Okay, not like that. Okay, I'm empty. Oh, dang, that's so cool. Now I can have everything, you know. Next year is going to be, 2017 is going to be the best year of my life. Okay? Because things are empty, things can go wrong any moment. Okay? Because things are coming from your karma, your hand can be a dog paw 5 minutes from now. Okay? If it's coming this way, it will take a few hours. If it's coming from you, from your seeds, you can be barking before the sun goes down today. Okay? If it's empty, it's scary. That's scary. Okay? Bad things can happen. You're driving to Tucson, you just had 2 nice retreats, you finally understood something, bam! Truck hits your car, you're all dead. Then you're somewhere between stars, you know? Oh, look, I made these stars. Okay, so it's scary, it's a little bit scary. If things are coming from my mind, then bad things can happen in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. My whole life can change in a few minutes. One, you're like 12 inches from these big trucks, you know. Someone sneezed, you're dead. It's scary, it's frightening, okay? Karma can go like that, but you can, the opposite's also true. You can, every problem you're having right now in your life can become the coolest thing in your life in 1 week. Okay? All the people you hate the most, your job, your finances, your health, it can change in a week, okay? If you know how to plant seeds. Then that's cool. So don't focus on the big truck gonna kill you. Focus on, I can make anything happen because I'm creating it, okay? If I can create a star, if I can make planets, I can make my boss smile. Seeds. Okay. It makes seeds, okay? All right, got it? So it shouldn't be scared, you should be happy, okay? If things are not empty, you have a problem. Okay? Then you should be miserable and scared. I wrote in my notes, I always think about the Titanic movie. I think it's the most popular movie of all time. And I think it's because it's so poignant. Those were the most wealthy people in the world at that time. On that boat, in England and America, they were the most wealthy people. And they got to go on the biggest boat ever made. The fastest journey to America. And on that boat they had big bars and they're all smoking cigars and they're drinking the best alcohol. And then 10 minutes later they're in the water, ice water, and most of them are dead. 10 minutes later, half an hour later, you know. So life can go like that. You can watch, if you don't believe me, watch the movie, right? Okay. And I made myself a note. Don't forget, you have special ways to make good karma. If you want, you can juice up your good karma. You can make your good karma much stronger. How? You can do the 4 infinite thoughts. You know, you can say, I'm eating this breakfast for all the living beings in this part of the galaxy. You know, you can do that. Okay, that's a fast way to make good karma. In Tantra, in secret Buddhism, you try to imagine that everybody around you might be a Buddha already. Okay, you try to imagine that. And if you want to make powerful new life, if you want your life to change from this week forever, you can think that. You don't need tantric initiation to think that way, okay? It's just logical that there's been Buddhism for many years in the world. Some people must have practiced it well. So some people must be Buddha already. And they're all around, maybe they're around me. Maybe one of my friends is a Buddha, okay? And when you think like that, you make very good karma, okay? And then you can be happy about the future. The next 2017 is going to be amazing. I got Buddhists around me helping me all day. Wow, it's going to be a good year, okay? Like that. But if you understand it, don't be proud about it. Don't get excited and think it's coming from you. It's coming because you helped other people in the past. Okay. You guys okay? You don't need a break, right? Okay. Next meditation. Guess what? We reached the famous story of the king of Kalinka. Okay. And I worked on it pretty hard and you're going to like it. So just enjoy, relax. Okay. Here we go. By the way, this is 13th part of Kamalashila's parts. And it's called Dunga La Jimi Nyamba. Dunga La Jimi Nyamba means ignoring pain that comes during your Buddhist practice. Learning to ignore pain that comes during your Buddhist practice. The dust storm comes up, you're covered with dirt in your retreat cottage. This section's about, I don't give a damn, I don't care. I'm meditating. If the cottage falls down, I don't care. Okay. When I started my 3 retreat, Lama Pelma, we were living in tents because our cottages weren't finished, and the wind took her tent and put it on the top of a very tall oak tree. You know, you remember that? And try to get that thing down. Oh my God. Then this section's about I don't care. I'm tough guy. I'm Dharma tough guy. Okay? Problems will come. When you practice Dharma, problems will come. When you don't practice Dharma, worse problems will come. Which one is better? Okay. All right. Here we go. So then this part, it's pretty amazing section. It starts when Lord Buddha says, let's forget talking about perfection of wisdom. Let's talk about the perfection of patience, not getting angry, not getting upset. I don't like to call it patience. Why? I looked it up on my royalty-free, non-free photo site, and when you type in patience, you get people who can wait in long lines without getting angry. But that's not what this means. This means someone calls you stupid, someone criticizes you, someone hurts you, someone hits you, and you don't get angry, okay? We should call it the perfection of don't get angry, okay? All right. Then Buddha says the perfection of patience, which the Buddhists teach, doesn't even exist. That's the next part of the Dhammapada Sutra. Patience doesn't exist, okay? And then we reach the story of the king of Kalinka. Okay, Kalinka was a famous area of ancient India. It was a kingdom. Okay, but one author, one Sanskrit scholar named Edgerton, who's a great Sanskrit scholar, who was my Sanskrit teacher's teacher, he says it's connected to Kali Raja. Kali means black or evil. Usually, okay, Raja means king. So he says Kali Ka Raja comes from Kali Raja, meaning evil king, bad king. Okay. Then it's a guy with a knife. He's threatening you. Okay. And it says empty patience is like cement. The more you get pressed, the stronger it gets, okay? Cement has cool quality, Dr. Stump can tell you. The first day you pour cement, you can break it easily, okay? Then every day, there's a chemical reaction inside, and it goes on for years, I think. And the cement gets harder and harder and harder, okay? So most things get weaker every year, but cement is a strange, for many years or for a couple of years, it will get harder every year, okay? That's why it's hard to break old pieces of cement, okay? It just gets harder every year. Now, if you understand emptiness, your ability to put up with irritating people should get stronger and stronger and stronger. The more your husband attacks you, the better you feel. Come on, give it to me. You're stupid, phantom. Yeah, okay, give me another one. Yeah, boom. You said, come on, give me another one. And then your patience gets stronger because your emptiness holds strong. Normal patience without emptiness will reach a breaking point. Always. Okay? If you don't understand emptiness, there's a place where you will hit back. Okay? Okay, hit me, boom. Okay, ha. Hit me again, boom. Yeah, hit me again, boom. Yeah, boom. Your patience will break. Okay? If you don't understand emptiness, your patience will break. At some point, your patience will break. Even between countries. Push, push, push. Okay. Push, push, push. Okay. Push, push, push. War. Now we're going to have a war. Okay? Someone blow up your biggest building. Yeah, now I'm going to kill you. Like that. You reach a place where some push you too far, you will get angry. Okay? But a Buddhist is like cement. Not mentally. Your Buddhism gets stronger the more people push you, okay? Someone push you, you're like, yeah, okay, I'm a Buddhist, it doesn't bother me. Then push you. Then you're like, I told you I'm a Buddhist, you know. Then someone really push you and you say, you're empty. You're empty. Then it's endless. The push, empty, empty, empty. You know, and your patience gets stronger. Your patience grows faster than your anger, okay? You just get like cement. Patience get harder. The more people attack you, small attack, you can forget emptiness. Big attack, you're like, what's happening? Why this happening? Oh, emptiness. Okay, got it? Buddhist patience is endless. It gets stronger the more people attack you. Okay? So during this meditation, you're going to think of times recently when someone hurt you, someone attacked you, someone took something or broke something of yours, okay? Someone didn't do what they said they would do. And you're gonna practice being patient with them, okay? Oh, it came from me. So for each irritating person in your life, you're gonna try to find out, what did I do to make you? Okay, here's normal person. When someone calls them stupid, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. Here's the Buddhist. You're stupid. You know, if you want to insult your friends at Diamond Mountain, when they do something stupid, you can go like this. It means, where did this idiot come from? You know. How did I make this idiot? When someone go like this at Diamond Mountain, you should feel insult. How did I make you? You know? All right. Next meditation, number 8. This is the wife yelling at the husband. It feels like that, right? Sometimes the guys know. It feels like the woman has a megaphone, you know. You're stupid. Only the wife, not the man. When the wife gets angry, it's like, you're like, I'm meditating, you know. Then during this meditation, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points here. There's no patience. There's no perfection of patience. No one's being patient. There's no one I'm being patient towards. There's no stupid thing my wife did that I'm being patient about. And if I succeed in this patience, it's also gonna be because I shared this teaching with other people. Something like that, okay? So I want you to go through patience with somebody you're having a little bit of trouble with right nowadays, okay? All of us, it's human nature, it's the nature of samsara that most of the times in your life, there's one person you're having a little trouble with, okay? Then do these 6 parts with them. That's all. You don't need me to explain it. Then Buddha says, let's take a real example. And then he takes the story of the king of Kalinka. Okay? And meditation number 9. That's not Donald Trump. That's us when we're upset. Okay? When someone's bothering us. You are like a grumpy little baby. Okay? Some of you studied Maitreya's flowchart for samsara. Okay? This is Kamalashila's version. Okay, very similar. You know, this causes this, 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 then I get upset. Okay? And by the way, he took it from Dharmakirti. So Adam's translating Dharmakirti nowadays, the great logician of ancient India. Okay? I'll read you the poem from Dharmakirti, okay? This is what Kamalashila uses, and he credits Dharmakirti. Those who think there is a self begin to conceive of something other or somebody other. And because they distinguish between me and you, they start to protect me, and they start to dislike you. And then all the problems of a human life come from that. I'll say it again. This is Dharmakirti. Okay? If you think things are not empty, if you think they have self-nature, then you can start to think there's some other person. If you think there's a me, self-existent, then of course you're going to start thinking there's a you. If there's a me, there's a you. When you start to distinguish between me and you, then you start to protect me and dislike you. And then comes all the problems of your life, okay? Because you thought there's a me, which is not coming from your seeds, right? Okay? Now let's go back to the Kamalashila, broke it down for us, okay? Number one, I am myself. I control my thoughts, I control my body. They are not coming out of seeds. They are not coming from how I treat other people. Okay? My body, my mind will be the same whether I treat other people good or bad. Okay? That's ignorance. Okay? It's not true. Your mind is coming from what you hear inside your head all day, how well you can understand things, how well you can meditate, coming from seeds of being nice to other people, okay? The condition of your body, how healthy you are, it doesn't come from yoga. It doesn't come from eating well. That's why I have coffee. It's coming from how do you take care of others' health, okay? Don't drink coffee. Okay. So misunderstand where you're coming from. Then you can be, number two, you can be attached to me. Okay? I'm Vivian. I have to take care of Vivian. I should comb Vivian's hair. I don't have to comb Jenny's hair. It's too much trouble. One hair is enough. No hair is also bad. Okay. Then me against others. I should look nice today. I don't care if Jasmine looks nice today. I should look nice today. Okay? You spend time in the bathroom, you know, with the makeup, you know, I should look nice today. If Jasmine looks nice today, it's okay. I don't care, but she has to take care of that. I'm not going to take care of that. Okay? Then you start to feel me, and I'm not Jasmine. She has to take care of her own lipstick. It's enough trouble for me to take care of mine. Okay? Then desire comes. This is the usual kind of desire. I should look good. I don't care if other people look good. Number 6 is very important. This, I don't know if you guys know this English word, thwarted. My desire is thwarted. It means somebody did something to stop me from getting what I want. Somebody did something to stop me from getting what I want. Are you addicted to coffee? No, Geshe, I just enjoy it. Good, because David drank all your coffee. What? That's a sign you're addicted, okay? When someone stops you from getting something, and then you get really upset, that's a sign you're addicted. Okay, so that's number 6. Someone hurt me. Someone hurt me. I didn't get what I wanted. I wanted coffee. David drank all the coffee. David hurt me. Then from that comes all the problems of life, okay? Okay. By the way, Kamalashila says he's just talking about one kind of negative thought, which is anger, or feeling upset. But of course he's talking about all kinds of negative thoughts, okay? This is, the Diamond Cutter Sutra is too short to cover the 84,000 negative thoughts that you have. We just pick one, okay? All right, last part today. If you have to pee-pee, go pee-pee, no problem. Master Kamalashila says there's 3 things that can make you upset. He just gives 3 examples. We're on meditation number 10. What's happening in the picture? Yeah, you gave your seat to an old lady. I tried for like an hour to find a photo. I couldn't. Then I found a cartoon. Okay. This girl gave her seat on the bus to an old lady. Okay. This meditation is called Have I Practiced Patience 3 times in the last 24 hours? Patience towards 3 things. Okay. Kamalashila says patience can come towards 3 things. Number 1, when someone hurt me, did I let it go? Okay, someone did something to hurt me. They criticized me, they took something I wanted, they didn't let me get something I wanted. In the last 24 hours, did someone hurt you? Okay, and did you practice patience? Okay, did you let it go or not? Okay, did you let it go? Second, did I accept pain or inconvenience for my practice? Inconvenience for your practice means you stand up the whole bus ride and the old lady gets to sit down. I got really offended in Beijing or Guangzhou. I got on the bus to the airport and some young man gave me his seat. Would you like to sit? No. I'm not that old. Okay. All right. So it hurts to stand up the whole bus ride. Okay, it's inconvenient. Okay, so in the last 24 hours, did you happily put up with some inconvenience for your practice? Okay, you know. I went home tonight, my cabin didn't have electricity or water. Right, Vivian? Then, did you say in your mind, this is really stupid retreat center, or did you say, I'm a Buddhist. I'm here to practice. I don't care if the whole house falls down. I'm a tough guy. I'm Dharma tough guy. Okay? Like, did you meditate that night, or all night you say, I don't have electricity, I don't have electricity. Okay, okay. Then it means if you're gonna be a Buddhist, if you're gonna follow this path, sometimes you just gotta, in English you say suck it up. Suck it up means tough it out. I don't care. Okay. You know, the food is like the worst I tasted in the last 10 years. Okay, I'm meditating. Okay. I'm not saying the food is bad, I'm just giving an example. Okay. Like healthy food tastes terrible. Okay. Final thing. Did I have the first 2 kinds of patience with people who hurt me and with my practice because I understood that the things that hurt me are coming from me? Or was I just being a tough guy? Okay. when the electricity went out of my house and the water stopped, was I just being hard-ass Buddhist, or did I really understand why it happened to me and not to anybody else in the whole retreat valley? Okay, did I remember to think about why this person's hurting me, or why my electricity went out? Did I stop just before I called Michael Dunn? Did I stop for 1 minute and think about why me? Okay, why me? That's the third kind of patience. The object of the three kinds of patience: number one, people who bother you, who hurt you. Number two, difficulties when you're trying to be Buddhist. You know, some problem comes, okay? Number three, life. Okay, the object of patience number three is whole life, everything. Good things, bad things, all coming from you. Anything that's coming from you, Kamalashila calls it sepe shi, the kao shagiku shi, not bao. Yeah, what it is that you're being patient toward. What are you being patient about? Number one, assholes. Number two, difficulties in your practice. Days when the meditation doesn't go well. Okay. Number three, life. Whole life. Be patient. Okay, got it? Now, there was a cute quotation by Kamalashila. I thought it was so beautiful, I put it in your reading, okay? If you are unwilling to do the things that are difficult to do, then you can't expect to reach the state which is difficult to reach, okay? Getting to Buddhahood is difficult. It's made of many difficult practices. If you don't want to do difficult practices, you can't reach the place that you get to by doing difficult practices, okay? It's like a diet, okay? I can tell you. If you're not willing to eat food that tastes bad for 2 weeks, then don't expect to lose weight, okay? That's the way it is, okay? If you say, I just want to eat ponchiks, yotiao, churro. How come I know that word in every language? If you just want to have fun, it's not going to work, okay? It's just not going to work. Sometimes you have to do hard things to get to a cool place, okay? All right? Doing yoga is hard. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But I want to be healthy, okay? So I do it. You just do it, okay? My Lama liked Dirty Harry movies. You guys don't know, you're too young. Dirty Harry's American police hero. He's shoot everybody, you know. He's got a gun against some guy, you know. The guy has a gun, he has a gun, he's like that. And he says, he looks the guy in the eye, he says, I want to have a good day, just try to shoot me. I want to have a good day. It means I'm going to shoot you, you know. He's a tough guy. Then I saw him in a television show. And this lady, you know, these television ladies, they're like, not like Vivian, okay? She's a good television lady. But they're like, oh, you're so strong and handsome, you know? How do you get so strong, you know? He says, I exercise. She says, oh, I know all of our audience wants to learn to exercise. Then can you tell us your secret, how you exercise every day? How can you get the willpower to exercise every day? And then he's like this. He says, I do it. She says, can you tell us more? No. I do it. Okay? Buddhist has to be like that. How you learn to meditate? How you become Buddha? You're so patient. I do it. Tell us more. No, I do it. I just do it. Okay? Okay, cool. Now, you are lucky because Last thing today, I'm going to tell you the whole story of King of Kalinka. The real story. Okay, it comes from Vinaya. Ready? So just enjoy. You don't have to learn anything. Mom's going to tell you a story. Okay. So once upon a time, there was a king called Tabmoke. Tabmoke means born in strife, born in times of fighting. Because he was born in Varanasi. I went there with Candy and Xiaoping this year. He was born in Varanasi during a time of civil disturbance. There was some fighting going on in Varanasi, which happens still every week. And so his name, when the queens were voting for his name, they decided to call him born from hassle, hassle-born or something like that. Okay, Tabmoke. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, his father and his mother had a good time together, which is how the sutra says they have sex. Okay, they don't say have sex. They say they had a good time together. Then always there's a baby after that. Okay. Then after 8 or 9 months, a baby came out. On the day he was born in Varanasi, there was a disturbance, people fighting with each other. So when the queens got together to choose a name, they decided to call him born during the fighting. Soge de la Babana, one day when he became king, it was springtime, and he and his queens decided to go out to the forest because it was the time of the flowers opening, like the Okatia flowers here. Very beautiful right now. And it was the time of Ngangba, Chungchung, Maja, Netso, Rike, Kuchuk, and Shangshang Tiu, which means lots of different kinds of birds. Beep, 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 boop, 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 whack, whack. Okay, in my cabin, Gelse's cabin, they make a lot of beautiful songs. Is it everywhere? I don't know. Yeah, beautiful songs in the morning. Okay. Ngangba means duck, Chungtung means crane, Maja means peacock, Netso means parrot, Rikek, I have no idea. Kuchuk is another kind of parrot, and Shangshang Tiu is a, what do they call those? The guys with the thing on their head running around with their kids? Quail. Quail. Okay. Okay, they were singing. So the king and the queens got in the mood to go out for a walk. And they went for a walk. They went so far that the king got tired and sat down in front of a tree and fell asleep. He took a nap. The queens kept going, picking flowers, and went pretty far away. Then they found a Buddhist monk was meditating under a tree. And they said, wow, this is cool. We met a real meditator. Then they said, can you teach us to do that? You know, can you teach us how to meditate? We like it. And they all sat down around the monk. Then his name was Sapamawa, which means Kshantivadan. It means Master of Patience. Never gets angry. Okay, his name is Mr. Never Gets Angry. Okay. Then he taught them shamatha. He's teaching them how to meditate. Then of course the king woke up. He looked around. His queens are all missing. He said, something happened to my queens. And he pulled out his sword. And he went to find out who kidnapped his queens, you know. Then he came upon a clearing, And here's this monk sitting with all his queens around them, looking very interested. Then Chartoke. What's Charto? He felt jealous. He got jealous. Okay. Then he came up to the monk, and he was so angry that the queens ran away. They all ran away. They know him. He said, "We better not stick around." They ran away. Then the king said, "What's your name?" And the monk said, "I'm Mr. Patience." Okay. Then the king said, "We'll see how patient you are." And he started to cut his fingers off, okay, one by one. Then he cut off a couple of fingers. Then he said, "Excuse me, what was your name again?" Then he said, "My name is Mr. Patience." He says, "Well, we'll just have to see." Then he cut his hand, okay, and his feet, and then, okay, then the monk said a poem. Okay, I'll read the Kelte Daki Lulani, Tiln Drud Sam de Tupai. You can cut my body into pieces as small as till. I'll give you a clue. Tilopa. Till means a sesame seed, the black sesame seed we offer in the fire, small seed. You can cut my body into this many pieces. Okay. Luni chema gyartubne, you can cut me into 100 pieces. Sala torkyang, you can throw them all over the forest. Sumi pong, I don't give up, I don't get upset. I'm Mr. Patience. Okay. Kanjir daki chamgewe semni tatu komchepe, because I have love for you. Okay. You can cut me up, I don't care. I love you. Okay. Pudu tawa kyawala, I see you with more love than a mother has for her own son. Okay, sapate don't throw me. I don't need to give up patience. I love you. Okay, six to chebe young data and sorry sunny. Then muna dapat samba. Yanda mene yana danina tibde dark sabadang deabadang tenchi to give a gavita di daki no betana chomne. I have defeated my negative emotions because I understand emptiness. Lana mepe, you're just helping me become a Buddha. Then I attack you back with the perfection of wisdom. You're attacking me with a sword. I attack you back with the perfection of wisdom. Okay, I understand who you are. I understand where you're coming from, and every time I hit you back with my sword of borobolomido, then I lose more kleshas. I'm cutting my own negativities. Okay, that's my response to you. Then you want the whole story? You don't mind? So there was local spirits, like at Diamond Mountain, okay? We have a lot of local spirits. They were watching this whole thing. Humans can't see them, but they are in the forest. And they're like, wow, check that out. He's cutting off his hands. Wow, he's cutting off his feet. Wow, he's throwing the feet and hands in the forest. Wow, that's unbelievable. The monk didn't do anything wrong. He was just trying to help the queens, And look how patient he is. Wow, that's so cool. Then they took a vow. Tapke pudang pumoche, nyange sokche, tongkye dang, jongche jikten soakun. They went up to the monk. The spirit came to the monk. Just give me the word. Just say, do it. I will destroy the king. I will destroy his kids. I will destroy his family. I will destroy his city. And I will destroy his country. Just say, do it. told the monk, just say do it, I'm ready. This guy is a bad king. Let's bring him down, okay? And guess what the monk said? The sutra says he palmed the spirit back. Kanki dalu lapa kamba down nala tene marun chekyo pa delan depa chungse minduna nyeme do namla muchi good. That guy cut off my hands. That guy cut off my legs. That guy cut off my nose. He hurt me. But I don't even want to hurt him, much less his innocent family, innocent kids, innocent city, innocent country. I don't even want to hurt the guy who hurt me. Why should I want to hurt the whole country or hurt his family? They didn't do anything, okay? Then the spirit didn't listen to him. Yamkine, he brought a, what do you call it? When the whole country gets the same sickness. He brought a plague, like Egypt. And rats came, and chewas came, and I don't know what's a chewa, I couldn't find it. I guess it's a big rat, I don't know. And he sent these nasty birds, and they came down like, they fell from the sky, all these animals, and began to kill people. Okay. Then the king called, what do you call his seers? People who understand the future, okay? And he said, what's going on? Why are these animals falling out of the sky, killing all our people, What's the cause of this? And they said, you cut up Mr. Patience. That's the cause. He didn't do anything. So because of that, the local spirits are upset at you and at us. Okay. Then the king said, wow, we should try to, settle this. So he said to the seers, let's make some tormas. Okay. And some flower garlands, just like we do here, and other things. And let's ask the spirits, we're sorry, we apologize. Then the king went out to the city and said everyone should make tormas. And this problem was caused by me, because I was jealous, and I apologize, and everyone should try to make tormas. Everyone should try to make the spirits happy. And I will also go to the monk and ask him for beg his forgiveness. I will ask forgiveness, okay? So the king went to the monk, Mr. Patience, and he touched his feet, but I think it's a mistake because he didn't have any. I was like, what is that? And he said, I'm really sorry. I got upset. I saw you with my queens. I thought you were doing something bad. And will you give me your forgiveness? And the monk gave a poem back. Lula tsungi depanang dagni semchen kunla cham kelte kyo yi michena daki tak zak balata. He said, there's nothing to forgive you for, because I never got upset. It didn't bother me. You cut off my hands and you don't have to ask me to forgive you, because I'm not upset. And if you don't believe me, check out the blood. And he held up his arm, and the blood's coming out, but it's milk. Okay? It's milk is coming out. He said, I don't have a problem. Look, milk's coming out. Then the king still, he still didn't believe. that this is a special person who didn't get upset. He still thinks he has to ask for forgiveness. Okay, he said, "But let me ask you for forgiveness." Then the monk's getting impatient, and he said, "If it's true that I never got angry with you during that whole incident, may my body come back together." Ta-da! No more. All his parts came back. Okay. Then the king got big eyes. Wow. Kamalashila lenepe Kamalashila didn't dupte. Lula tupa chepana kila miga tiame. Now I believe you didn't get upset at all. You know, the whole time you were just playing with me. You could have put your body back together anytime. Okay. Now I believe that you didn't get upset. You are really Mr. Patience, okay? Then everybody touched their feet, their head to his feet. Now it's possible. Okay. Now, you ready for the punchline? Buddha's telling this story to the monks, right? Then he says, "Who do you think that monk was?" That was me. That was my past life. Okay, I was the monk, Mr. Patience. I wasn't a Buddha yet, but I was a monk named Mr. Patience who understand emptiness, so didn't get angry. Okay. Then I think the cool punchline. He says, "Guess who the king was?" Kaudinya. Kaudinya. You learned Kaudinya in the Lam Rim. He was there when the Buddha taught the first time. He's the head of the 5. Okay? He's the best monk of the first 5 students. And that monk is the tigress. The woman tiger, the mommy tiger. Okay? Cool? Then, when he was cutting his arms, and he hate Buddha so much, he hate Mr. Patience so much, Mr. Patience said, "I'm going to ride that connection. I'm going to use that connection. You know, you cut my hands, you cut my legs, you're going to be a tiger in the future, and I'm going to save your life. And I'm going to ride that connection, and then you're going to become my best student. When I become a Buddha, the first person I teach is going to be you. Because we have this karma now, bad karma. We have a very tight connection. You cut my fingers off, you cut my hands off, I will feed you with my body. You will eat my body. And then you're stuck, man. Then you're my student. When I become a Buddha, you are my first student. Because you made this connection with me through your hatred. Through your hatred, okay? So we're going to do one last meditation. Ready? During this meditation, you're going to think about someone who hurts you a lot, okay, in your life. Okay? It's a difficult choice. You have to think of people who hurt you in this life, okay? Oh, that one hurt me pretty bad. That one hurt me pretty bad, okay? That one's hurting me now, okay? I was thinking about it. There's this guy on the internet. He spent all day writing stuff about me, bad stuff, for many years. Still going, you know, like just every day. And now he found out my friends' names. He talks bad about. I think he sits in his room all day long. He's like studying where I go, what I do, who I talk to, and then he writes something bad on the internet, you know. And so I forgave him in a Buddhist way. You know, I'm like, I don't care. You know, I'm not going to say anything. You You know, you can attack me all day. You just waste your time. It doesn't bother me, but it does bother me. But I try to pretend it doesn't bother me. I'm like, people say, "Did you read that?" I say, "I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't want to talk about it." Okay, but still, it bothers me. Okay, so I'm thinking. I'm always trying to think of new ways to trick myself to like him. But it's difficult. But when I read this story, I got an idea. Okay? I think, you're going to be my first student when I become Buddha. Okay? We're making connection on the internet every day. You are cutting off my fingers on the internet. You know? So that means we have a connection, okay? Every time you do that, we get closer. You know, that every time you think about me, even negative way, you are planting seed to meet me again in the future. So I'm going to turn it around, okay? Every time you write something on the internet, you know, then in the future you will have to eat my body. Okay? When you get really hungry, I will give you my body. And then after that, by the power of our connection, you are going to be my first student. When I become Buddha, you're going to be my #1 student, Kaudinya. Okay? Got it? So I suggest today, during the meditation, okay, I'll just be quiet, which is unusual. And think about the person who hurt you the most in this life. Okay, it's not difficult, right? You know who they are. Usually it's an ex-wife or something. Think about them, and in your heart say, you are gonna, by the truth that we have a karmic connection now because you hurt me so bad, you're gonna be show up on time. That meditation for the rest of the week, maybe the rest of your life, okay? And say, by the power of our tight connection, because you hurt me so bad, you must become my first student, okay? You do an act of truth, okay? Act of truth. If it's true that you hurt me so bad, then you must become my first student when I become Buddha. Okay? Deal? Deal. Ready? And let's see if it changes our feeling about that person. Okay? Maybe we can start to feel more love for them. Okay? All right, here we go. Just quiet for 5 minutes, then we'll go home. And we're on schedule. Yay! Try to imagine becoming a Buddha. Maybe you're sitting under a tree in a garden, on this world or another world, and this person comes in, and they are your first student. They're the first person you teach after you became Buddha. 3 deep exhales. Give away the good karma, very good karma. And you can open your eyes. Take a stretch. That's all for today. We are caught up.